Hello reception. So, in the last video, I asked you what was the answer to this number sentence. Did you work out the answer? I've got a number line here that we can use. Mine has to be a little bit far away because I only have one hand to use. But you can get your own number line and do this sum at the same time. So, to do this number sentence, 3 add 2, first we need to find 3 on the number line. Here's 3 on my number line. Then we need to go 2 jumps forward. 1, 2. What number have I landed on? I've landed on number 5. So 3 add 2 equals 5. This video is all about the number 5. I challenged you to find another number sentence which has the same answer. Did you do it? Let's have a think. What other numbers could we add together to make 5? We could add 4 and 1. 4 add 1 equals 5 as well. So, let's learn all about number 5. Now is the part of the video where I ask you to go into your house or flat and find 5 things. Off you go. What did you find? I found 5 cubes. Here they are. We can count them together. Count them with me as I put them into the pot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I always ask if the number we're learning about is an odd number or an even number. What do you think? How do we find out if it's odd or even? Can you remind me? We find out if it's odd or even by trying to share it in half. What sort of numbers are the numbers which do share in half? The numbers which do share in half are even. The numbers which don't share in half are odd. So, I'm going to empty these out. And instead of 2 hands today, I have 2 little pots. And we're going to do one for that pot and then one for that pot to share them out. Let's share the 5 cubes. You can share the 5 things that you found. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. In this pot, how many are there? 1, 2, 3. What about in this pot? 1, 2. So one side has 3 and one has 2. Is that the same? No, that's not the same. 3 is more than 2. That means because we couldn't share it equally in half because we don't have the same thing in each pot, 5 is an odd number. 5 is an odd number because we can't share 5 in half equally. All right, now let's find 5 on the number line. If you have a number line at home, it will help if you get your number line too. So, I'm going to clean my number line. Oop, almost done. And now I'm going to show it to you. All right, can you find 5 on that number line? Where is 5? This is number 5. Now we're going to practice writing 5. Before we write it on the board, we're going to practice writing it with our finger in the air. Get your finger ready? Okay, to write 5, we go across, down, and around. One more time. Across, down, and around. Good job. Remember that you can also do that with your finger on somebody's back if they say it's okay. Now you know all of the numbers from 0 to 5 that you could practice and play that game with, or maybe even some other numbers if you know bigger numbers too. Alright, now it's time to use your pen or your pencil and paper, but I've got a pen and a whiteboard and we're going to write 5. When we write, where do we start? We start at the top left. Let's write number 5 together. We go across, down and around. 5. Let's do it again. Across, down and around. There we go. That's the number 5. Now, let's also learn to write 5 as a word. We can use our sounds to write 5, but 5 has a split digraph in it. Do any of you know what is a split digraph? A split digraph is a digraph which has another sound in between the two letters of a digraph. And in case you've forgotten, a digraph is 2 letters that make one sound. What are the sounds in 5? Can you sound it out? Oops, my board fell down. I'm going to stick it back up again. There we go. If you're in my class at school, if you're in my class at school, you'll know that the reason I can only do things with one hand is because I've hurt the other one. But it's going to be fine. It just has to stay very still and it can't help me with things. It makes me feel very lucky that usually I have 2 hands to do things with. I'm going to put the board up again. And by this time, you've had loads of time to work out what sounds are in 5. Ready? Okay, the sounds in 5 are f, I, v, f, I, v. To write f, I'm sure you know how to do it. I'm going to put it up here. I'll start at the top left and then I'm going to do I. Now, to do I, like aye, Captain, we're going to use that I, but it's a split digraph, which means the v is in the middle of it, just like this. Sometimes in our writing, especially when teachers are helping children to remember their split digraphs, we do a little mark to show that it's a split digraph. You don't have to do that every time you write 5. I'm going to do it one more time. I, 5. You know how to write lots of other number words as well. I think that you should practice them now. Okay. It's almost time to finish the video. It's going to fall off again. It's almost time to finish. So I'm going to give you a number sentence to think about before the next video. I am going to give you a doubling number sentence. Does anyone know what is doubling? Doubling is when you add 2 of the same number. I'm going to ask you to double 3. What's double 3? And how do you write it as a number sentence? I'll show you how to write it now, but I'm not going to tell you the answer until next time. This is how you write double 3 as a number sentence. Now, can you find the answer? I'm looking forward to finding out if you got it right next time.